Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight we're gonna do a raw recap, and then we're also gonna do so the news that came up today is basically more AJ Styles. I don't know if this was the same interview where he said that he thought the World Heavyweight Champion was a secondary belt, because Roman Reigns was the main champion. But he also said that, whoever wins this championship is going to be a world champion. They're going to be at all the shows. They're going to be at all, every Monday Night Raw, all the live events, every autograph session. They're going to be doing everything. He said that's part of being champion. There's actually more work, like pretty much taking a shot at Roman Reigns, saying that you're actually doing less work as champion. Whereas champion, you need to be doing more work. Since you're the champion, you're representing the company. You should be doing more work every show, every autograph session, everything. He said that's whoever it is, whether it's Seth Rollins or myself. I guarantee you, we will be everywhere at representing the company as champions. So that's pretty much about that. Anyways, Nick Khan today said that I think they're starting to talk about the new TV deals for both Raw and SmackDown, and he pretty much said about Raw that he said it's for sure going to stay 3 hours, and they're thinking about making the third hour 3, more like I think like more like adult friendly content. I mean, Monday Night Raw, man, it can get so boring, honestly. Jesus Christ. We'll go over it here in a little bit, but yeah, this is something they've been talking about for about a year now. This was something they were talking about when Vince McMahon, before he left the company last year, they started talking about it, remember? So this has been something that they've been talking about for a while, for about a year now, about making not the whole show, but at least the final hour more like adult content friendly, like more not like adult friendly, like more focusing more on adults, like 18 or older, maybe. That's not too like kiddie, right? Maybe like the first 2 hours are more like kid friendly, and like the third hour is more like adult friendly, like maybe blood. Maybe that's why you're starting to see a lot more blood lately. Because I mean, maybe they're testing the waters. Who knows? But he talked about it, and then for SmackDown, he said, "Yeah, man, it could go for 3 hours." My guess is that this is USA Network offering this because they're the ones that pretty much offer WWE to make Monday Night Raw 3 hours. My guess is they're starting to negotiate potentially to get SmackDown, and they're saying, "Hey, what about if we do SmackDown 3 hours and we'll pay you more money?" That's my guess. I don't think Fox would want to do this because of the news, right? They have the news at 9:00, the local news, so I don't know if they want to do that. So my guess is this would be with USA Network. If it were to go to 3 hours SmackDown, it would go back to the USA Network. So we'll see something to keep an eye on about Raw potentially having the third hour be more adult friendly, and SmackDown potentially going to 3 hours. So we'll see something to keep an eye on. All these changes probably happen until next year because there's one more year left in the contracts with the TVs, but they do. You have to start negotiations right now, so you can try to get a deal done as fast as possible. But this probably will not happen until next summer, the 2024 summer. I don't know, it could happen now, but I don't think, even if it gets announced sometime this year, probably won't happen until 2024, the changes, but we'll see what happens. I think we're done with the news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over Monday Night Raw. What was the day yesterday? May 22. Let's see here. Raw May 22. Let's get this shit going. What's going on here? All right, ladies and gentlemen. This damn show from Pennsylvania, Hershey. All right. I hate it when they go to these small towns. I'm like, if you're gonna be in Pennsylvania, go to either Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. I hate when they like leave these for like the fucking the live events, right? The non-televised shows on the weekends. I hate when they do the Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown in a little town like this. Oh, but whatever. So it kicks off with Cody Rhodes arriving into the building, and he gets attacked by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar pretty much hits him with something in his arm, and that's pretty much the whole show. You know, they're checking on Cody Rhodes, saying he might have a freaking broken arm. Adam Pearce is denying everything. We're still checking on him. We're still seeing the medical staff still checking on him and stuff like that. So then we cut live to the Paul Heyman. He pretty much is a promo, you know, in the tag team match between Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And, you know, then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out. Paul Heyman right away runs away. And then, you know, they're like, yeah, you know, we'll deal with that on Saturday. But right now we got to deal with Imperium. And then Imperium comes out. And they start fighting, and it reveals the freaking, of course, so predictable. The mystery partner was Matt Riddle, as he comes all along and help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And then they just brawl, and then later on, the main event was that match. Whatever. Let's see here. Let's move along. We get our first match, Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. Good match here. I'm not too interested in it, but it was a good match for whatever it's worth. Bronson Reed wins the match. Then we go more of the interview with Seth Rollins. Pretty much says, I love Roman, but I don't like him. Pretty much saying he's like a brother to me. So, like, you can love your brother, but you don't have to like him. Pretty much saying that I don't respect what he's done with the championship. You know, he's taking it, you know, part-time, and he's not giving enough chances to other guys. And I'm going to be the opposite, and I can't wait to be champion because I'm going to make everybody else forget about Roman Reigns. All right, whatever. And then, you know, we get Candice LeRae versus Zoe Starks. Whatever. Candice LeRae win. Oh, excuse me. Zoe Starks win. Mustafa Ali's getting an interview backstage, and he just gets caught off out of nowhere by freaking. He's talking about his match this Saturday versus Gunther, and how he doesn't know if he's gonna win because it's so Gunther says that, you know, it's so tough, and you know, just Brock, you know, walks across and says, "Get a life, kid," and then Brock just walks out to the ring and says, "You know what? Cody Rhodes is not gonna be able to face me anymore. He's got a broken arm, so I'm gonna do an open challenge. I still plan to have a match this Saturday at Night of Champions." So he just says, who's going to come out? And then Cody Rhodes comes out, all the security, all the medical staff. Adam Pearce is begging him to stay away. He doesn't. He starts getting into a fight in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Brock puts him in the Kamara log. You know, if it wasn't broken, it's broken now. He's just laying there. And, you know, again, they go back to the backstage, and he's refusing attention from the medical staff. He's in his locker room. He won't answer the door to nobody. Adam Pearce is panicking. He ends up calling Triple H. Supposedly Triple H is not in the arena. Magically, he arrives. What are we supposed to believe that? He calls Triple H about 50 minutes left on the show. It's about 9:11 when he called him. We're supposed to believe. Now, I know it's kind of close, but we're supposed to believe that they want us to believe that Triple H flew from Connecticut to Pennsylvania. I don't think it. I know it's close. Is it that possible to fly from be in your home, go get on your car, go to the airport, take a flight from Connecticut to Pennsylvania, and get there in less than an hour? Is it then have somebody pick you up at the airport, drive to the arena? Let me know in the comments. Maybe Blaze McCoy. Would that be possible from going from Connecticut to Pennsylvania in about 50 minutes from the point where you're in your house? When he calls you, and you have 50 minutes to get in, to drive to the airport, get on the airport. What are you gonna play? Well, I guess they got private airplanes, right? Whatever. Anyways, so he calls them, and I guess Triple H is on his way to the arena. All right, let's move along here. So that's pretty much the whole story of the night. Cody Rhodes refusing medical attention. Then we get a tag team match, Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. And I think this is the first time the Alpha Academy won a match with Maxine Dupree. And it seems like slowly Chad Gable and Maxine are starting to get along. That's what I kind of realized here. After the match, she kind of congratulates them for winning the match. So I don't know. Are they just gonna get rid of the Mel Maximum models and just have her be the manager for Alpha Academy? Who knows? Let's see. Let's move along here. We get a promo with Jinder Mahal and his guys in the tag team, and then we get a match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. Very good match here. It wasn't as good as I thought, but whatever. At the end, Finn Balor gets a W. Obviously, a little bit distractions by Damian Priest throughout the match. It seems like they almost like Finn Balor and Damian Priest always helping Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley's always helping Dominic. Whatever. Finn Balor wins the match. He hits him with a coup de grace, and he wins the match. Could have gone either way, honestly, but I guess they decided to go with Finn Balor. But you're finally giving momentum to Shinsuke Nakamura, and now you have him lose. Whatever. Then we get Raquel Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville. Pretty fast match. After the match, you get Chelsea Green attacking Raquel Rodriguez, and it's a 2-on-1 attack with Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green, and then Shotzi comes out to help out Raquel Rodriguez, and then backstage, she tells, "Hey, you want to be my tag team partner for the tournament?" She's like, "Yep." So there it is. Shotzi will be her tag team partner, replacing Liv Morgan. Then we get the contract signing between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. This was a good part of the show. Trish Stratus, pretty much saying, "I'm excited. This is the first time ever I get to do a contract signing. I never get to do these. But I know for you, it's not a big deal, Becky. You're over there wearing your sunglasses and everything, because you've done a lot of these throughout your career. But guess who paid the way for you to be able to do these? Me. I was the one that paid the way for you to eventually be able to, like, the women's division be as equal to the men's division." And saying, like, "You think I came back here because I want to be number one again? I was always number one. From the moment I stepped into this company, I've been number one. Even now that I've been gone and now I'm back, I'm still number one." And then Becky says, "I know you're scared. There's a reason you went to Adam Pearce and you wanted a no-touch clause. I know you're scared," and, shit like that. And, she pretty much talks about, like, Trish Stratus doing, like her, I guess, slutty stuff, when, Vince McMahon have you bark like a dog. Woof, woof. Welcome to the big time, bitch. Saying pretty much like my career is when, and in a way, I mean, obviously it's the times, right? But yeah, sadly, Trish Stratus had to do some stuff like the bikini stuff, the romantic storyline with Vince McMahon, where it's like, she probably, in a way, she probably does wish she had more of a career similar to what Becky has had, which is more like I said, more of a man equals career. But then, Trish just gets pissed and she tries to shove the table on her, and then she just walks away. We'll see what happens. They're saying they can have another match, so I'm thinking maybe Trish wins this. Maybe like a disqualification or something, and then maybe they have another one maybe at either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. I don't know. It looks like this is going to be like a whole summer storyline. So we'll see. But it was a good segment. You could argue this with Cody Rhodes was probably the best part of the show. Honestly. All right, let's then we get Dominic Mysterio versus Apollo Crews. Same thing as earlier. He's there with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's helping him. He had a very good frog splash, man, from like half the ring. That was pretty impressive, I will say. Pretty impressive. And then we get the tag team match. Kevin Owens, Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn versus Imperium. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't give a shit about this thing at all. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle won the damn match. Is this the first time ever Gunther loses a match? He didn't get pinned. He didn't get pinned, but I think this is the first time Gunther loses a match. I think it is. Who was it? Da Vinci or I think it was Da Vinci, the one they got the one they got pinned, but whatever. So they win the match, and then you think it's over, like, oh, whatever, the show's over. But then no, one final segment. Cody Rhodes is backstage, and somebody knocks on the door. He thinks it's either Adam Pearce or the medical staff. He's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. And then it's Triple H, and then he walks in, and he's like, hey, man, just looking at you, look, I know you don't want to get checked by the medical staff because you're afraid they're going to tell you it's a broken arm. You know that. I know, man, just looking at that arm, I know it's broken. Looking at your face, I know your arm is broken. He's like, hey, man, you don't have to prove anybody to nothing, man. We know you're tough, man. We know what you did last year in that match. It's Hell in a Cell versus Seth Rollins. You don't have to prove anything, man. We know you're tough. And then Cody's like, hey, man, what if you would have done, dude? What if you would have done if you would have been in my same situation? Don't act like you would have tried to still wrestle, even though with a broken arm. I don't want to look like a coward, man. So I want to, and he just, Triple H trying to convince him. He's like, nope. And then Triple H eventually just says, he just like pats him in the back and says, like, pretty much, okay, you want to do this, go for it. And that's pretty much the end of the show, man. So yeah, I mean, that's something that I've realized ever since Vince McMahon came back. They are at times putting Triple H more on screen. I have realized that. It's good, right? It's good. Like I said, I mean, I feel like I would like, at this point, Triple H should like just do everything Adam Pearce does. But some of the stuff Adam Pearce does, they got him look like a pendejo, right? I don't think Triple H is like, I'm not going to be running around all over the arena, something, so there's some things where I'm like, Triple H, like, I'll do stuff like this, but I'm not going to be running around the arena trying to stop guys from fighting and getting bullied by some of the refs. Yeah, it wouldn't even work. They would completely have to change. No way you could do the Adam Pearce character. Like, Adam Pearce gets bullied a lot. But it can help boost the ratings if, Triple H is just there as the manager, right? But he doesn't want to. He said he wants to focus on behind the scenes stuff. But whatever. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. This show, I feel like Raw is starting to have the same problem as SmackDown, where they're only focusing on Roman Reigns. It seems like same thing with Raw. They're only starting to focus on Cody Rhodes. The whole show, Cody Rhodes. Like the start of the show started with Cody Rhodes getting attacked. The middle of the show, he got attacked again in the ring. And then the final segment was Cody Rhodes again backstage with Triple H. Everything's about Cody Rhodes. It's the same thing with they're doing the same thing they're doing on SmackDown with Roman, and they're not focusing on anybody else. Hopefully, this Saturday at Night of Champions, when there's a new world champion, at least they'll have that, and then at least they'll have another storyline, But it seems like nothing matters outside of Cody Rhodes. Just like on SmackDown, nothing matters outside of Roman Reigns. They have got to fix that, because outside of maybe the Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus contract signing, this show was very boring. I'm sorry, but I was not interested in that tag team match with Kevin Owens, Matt Riddle, and Sami Zayn versus Imperium. I was just not. I'm sorry, but Liva Vinci and Luke Kaiser. Who cares about Luke Kaiser and Liva Vinci, right? Nobody cares. Yeah. So I think they really need to once the world champion is won this Saturday, they got to really start making sure they focus on that too, because wow, man, the company is literally being run by two guys right now: Cody on Monday Night Raw and Roman on SmackDown. That's it. But until next time, holla.